Welcome to our introduction to algebra, and in this video we'll discuss descending and ascending order. Now here we have two algebraic expressions. Now remember, an algebraic expression is like a mathematical sentence. In a previous video, I explained how you can count terms. So in our first example, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. And that's the same in our second example. Now, there's a slight difference between the two examples. So let's look at the first one. We have 4x cubed, then negative 5x squared, plus 7x minus 6. If you look at the exponents, you would see it counts down from 3, 2, 1, and then no exponent at all. So because we are counting down the exponents, if we move from left to right, we say this expression is written in descending order. For descending order, we don't look at the coefficients or the signs between exponents. We simply look at the power of each exponent, and we want to take it from the highest power down to the lowest power. Now in our second example, we would see our first term doesn't have x or x to the power of anything. Our second term has only 1x or x to the power of 1. And then it goes 2, 3. So we start with nothing. Then we have 1x, then 2x's, and then x cubed. Now this is writing an algebraic expression in ascending order. Again, we are not concerned about the coefficients or the numbers of the constants. We are simply looking at the powers. So let's do two examples where we rewrite terms. Let's say I have 16x minus 7x squared plus 5 plus x cubed. And we want to rewrite this expression in ascending order. So ascending order meaning starting from nothing all the way to the highest power. Now you would notice out of these four terms, 5 does not have an x. So 5 would be our first term. Our next term would be 16x because that's the lowest power of x. So we'll say plus 16x. If there's no sign in front of the 16, we say that that's a positive value. So we are done with the 16x. We only have two terms left, and the next highest power would be the x squared. So my next term would be negative 7x squared. Notice that I'm writing negative 7 in front of x squared because that is the coefficient of x squared. And then our last term would be x cubed. So what we have done is we have rewritten this expression in ascending order. So from its lowest power of x to its highest power of x. Let's do one more example with descending order. So in this example, we again have 4 terms, and we're trying to write it in descending order. So we need to find the highest power of x. And we can see from this list or from this expression that the highest power of x is x to the power of 5. So negative 19x to the power of 5 would be my first term. So that is negative 19x to the power of 5. Now, if you inspect the rest of the algebraic expression, you see that there is not an x to the power of 4, which would be the most natural term to be written down next. So all that you need to do, you don't say 0x to the power of 4. All that you say is you're going to look for the next term, which is x to the power of 3. So I'm not skipping x to the power of 4. I'm simply looking for the next value in terms of my descending powers. So I'm done with x to the power of 3. Our next highest exponent is 2. So our next term would be 4x squared. So that becomes plus 4x squared. and our last term is negative 21. So notice there are two gaps here. We don't have an x to the power of 4 in our original expression, and we don't have anything which is just x, or x to the power of 1 in this expression. So these four terms can be written in descending order, starting from x to the power of 5, then 3, then 2, and then the constant value.